oysters underwater. Join me on my adventures today. Okay, Islanders, so it is the next day here on Russell Island, and I know that you might not be able to hear me or whatever. Something here that I can't help. The roads have been neglected. So it's another very awful stay-at-home kind of day again. We actually had that yesterday as well in the previous episode. If you Islanders have just seen it, or if you've just seen this one and you're a first timer here, welcome. That's our boat ramp there, low tide, so the oysters at the oyster boat ramp undoubtedly will not be underwater at all. It'll be under the rain instead. So we'll be splashed with rainwater instead of salt water. Okay, so we got our tree specialists right there. A few crab pots I saw up there, Islanders. What is this? This crab catching season, is it? Right, and the route that I'm taking today, Islanders, will be the same one that we've taken pretty much every time that on a Monday or a Wednesday because of heavy traffic, I suppose you could say, Islanders. Now, an interesting comment that I've found, right, and this is without fail, right, without fail, I've seen this comment on a Russell Island Facebook group, is that there are people that have been leaving shopping trolleys, alright? I'm going to cross into this street here just to prove the point across. Alright? You can see, Islanders, that there's one right there and another one right there. There is someone who is just dumping these trolleys freely wherever they want. And of course, one person on that group right there had obviously had actually reported this online, and they suspect that someone is obviously just dumping them there freely at their own disposal. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you Islanders know this, but ever since my dad's passing, I have without fail, right, for the last 3 years, without fail, I have always returned the IGA trolleys either to the return bay or within the IGA itself. That's where I return my trolleys to, alright? Shopping trolleys, I return them either to the return bay in the shopping centre or inside the supermarket itself on Russell Island. And I've done that without fail for the last 3 years. Okay? And 99.99% of the time that I've lived on Russell Island, that is what I have done. And I've done that without fail 99.99% of the time over the last 5 years on Russell Island. Okay? Without fail. Alright? And that is something very important to look out on, Islanders. Is if you do see a shopping trolley, make sure that it either goes to the return bay or inside the supermarket, if possible. Thanks, Islanders. Do me a favour if you do that. Alright, Islanders, so we're now down here on the south side of Russell Island. I've already showed you what I do with the shopping trolleys without fail and everything. Now I'm going to reveal to you, Islanders, the oyster boat ramp along here. I know that it's not a very good day to obviously be presenting this here with the windscreen, but you Islanders can't really see just how soaked the windscreen really is from this angle. But I'm going to be able to reveal to you, Islanders, the oyster boat ramp's condition right now down here on South Russell Island, because that's where I am right now. Yes, there's potholes here because after it rains once, Islanders, the potholes are literally there again. Let's check out the boat ramp here, and the oysters are not underwater, as I predicted earlier, Islanders. It's because it's low tide, and because the tide's low, it also further means that because the tide's low, the oysters wouldn't be underwater. Okay, and by that I mean under salt water. Okay. The only water that the oysters are getting now, the ones on the boat ramp, they're getting it from the rain. But no doubt that tide's going to rise up again. That's what the tide does. It rises and falls, rises and falls. Now, I think everybody that obviously have been fishermen would know that, or anyone that knows a fisherman. All right. If any one of you know a fisherman, or you're a fisherman yourself, then you would know about it. Okay. Rightio. Alright, Islanders, we are 450 metres away from Sandy Beach, and just about to reveal to you some of the common areas. And on the way back, Islanders, you'll get to see the construction site as well. Only people just camping without permission from the council. Ooh, Islanders, that's not right. The person's camping without permission from the city council. Like I said, Islanders, it rains once and the potholes are right there. So that's why the roads on Russell Island are not at all maintained. Come on, Coolies, I know you're there, let me move it. And oh, look at all the... What's this? A meeting of the bin chickens. What's this? The bin chickens have got their own parliament now, just like Island Life and the Australian and Queensland Parliament and all the other parliaments that we've ever heard of. There's parliaments all over the world now. Bin chickens are getting their own too, just like we are. Hey Islanders, so now we're going to go on over to the construction site that you Islanders have obviously been waiting to see for quite a while. Of course it is still raining, just while we're on that. But you Islanders aren't going to see it from the windscreen, you're actually going to see it from the side window that I have. Yes, I've got a side window here because this is a 2010s Micra. So, if we were to look at the construction site as we drive past, that's the only work they've done, is that. That's the only notable piece of work they've done. But remember, Islanders, in future, after I'm gone from now, construction's going to resume. And there's eventually going to be something there, and about I'm not very good at providing estimates, but I say 5 years from now there'll be more work done.